Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli wa sallim ala Rasulil Kareem. So one person asks Thani Rahmatullahi alayh regarding a'mal and deeds. He says that, what if these deeds that I am carrying out, these tilawah, salah, zakah, hajj, umrah, azkar, salat al-nabi, if all of these things start to become second nature, so what happens then? So just to understand, I'm not obviously, this is not something I'm expert in, or even amateur in, but just to understand, it's called neuroplasticity. So basically, when you do something the first time, it's like your brain, it's not like just think of it, I know you have a path in a road. So let's say you're from here to here, it's just like grass. Somebody walks through it, and it has the grass gets flattened out of it. More people walk through it, the grass kind of goes away. Then it becomes like a proper hard, like you can see a proper path in the terrain. It's easy to walk through. Eventually, the government, there's actually some places in Canada, what they do is when it's snowing and they see the path of the people, they take a drone picture of those. So they actually realize what's actually people's preferred path. In some universities, when they're building them, they don't actually lay the path properly until the paths form themselves. So you can actually see what the people prefer to use and make that a path. And then if you look at our cities, London, Leicester, etc. So then those paths then became roads and it became highways. So same way our brains work in a similar way. You do action for the first time, it's like it takes a lot of concentration. You do it over and over again, it becomes easier. And it becomes then a habit. So example is like driving a car. So the first time you're driving a car, you have to balance the clutch and you get the gas and you do all of those things. So much stress on the person. And after 2, 3 lessons, 4 lessons, then that becomes secondary. Then you can focus on the street. The gears become second nature. And after that, you drive from here to somewhere else and you're focusing on the map. And then you get familiar with the road. You're talking the whole way. You have no idea how you got there. You just reached there. You're talking to the person next to you. There's so many things like in life as well. So when you start doing something, it becomes second nature. And the difficulty that it takes to carry out becomes less and less. That's why also being habitual and punctual in your daily practice is very, very important. The more you carry out, the easier it becomes to carry out, and it becomes like a routine. And that's what Allah's made things. We won't be able to function. If everything was like a new thing, it'd be very difficult. Like a child, they're walking, they take so much effort to balance themselves. And if you have to exact that amount of effort every single day balancing, who's going to cook, who's going to clean, who's going to go to work, who's going to read, who's going to write, who's going to work, earn money, cut the trees down. So Allah makes these things easy for us. So even in a'mal, the more you carry out an amal, the easier it becomes to carry out. So the question is, when it becomes easy, there's no pushback and it becomes like a part of your routine, is there still reward for this? That was the question he asked. So Hazrat Hani Rahmatullah alayhi replied and said, well, if you look at it, Allah says, فِتَرَةَ اللَّهِ الَّتِي فَطَرَ النَّاسَ عَلَيْهَا and كُلُّ مَوْلُودٍ بِالْفِطْرَةِ. That all of the whole system of Islam is the natural way. Any religion, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends wahi to the Nabi, it's the natural way of the Islam, the way of the Nabi. That is the natural way, the easiest way for the Nabi. And a shaitan makes other things seem as if they're more pleasurable. But in the long term, they don't have that pleasure. Either it's harmful individually, immediately, it's harmful individually in the long run, or harmful for the society immediately, or harmful for society as a whole in the long run. It's harmful. So anything, riba, interest. So it seems immediately I get money. But the one person is benefiting, but society is at harm. Because obviously that money doesn't exist. You have the whole riba and the usury system. So everything that the religion has put in place is natural. So he's saying that everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put in place, as long as you have a sound nature, is natural. So to spend some time waking up early in the morning and to worship, devote yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is natural. Fajr salah. And if you look, sometimes you're going to park after Fajr, you have some people doing yoga and all that kind of stuff. So whether they're not believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but they have this thing that to wake up early in the morning and do something, it feels natural. You have books at 4 a.m. club. That to wake up early in the morning and do something, it feels like a very natural way, very productive. Use another line of thought. But Islam says no, wake up in the morning, perform your salah, spend some time after Fajr salah in the masjid, if possible to shuruq, do something, and then start your day. Productivity, but they use different words. So all of these things that you find is new it's all the same. So everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made for us, the a'mal and the thing, they're naturally in line with our nature. So everything comes normal. You find it? People sing. They feel a nature, they feel a desire to sing a hymn. And I said, we know that, so that's why I give you dhikr. That's why I give you tilawah. So it's not that it's a replacement for that, but it's like, it seems that people want to just have that feeling to utter something. So it's a natural. So he's saying that everything that we do is in nature. So as long as you're doing it, even if it becomes natural to you, Zuhr become part of your routine. It just become natural. As long as you're doing this the action, you will get, as long as you have here, niya and ikhtiyar. And we discussed that last time, niya and ikhtiyar. Automatically, I'm going for the masjid, you didn't just have it by yourself. And you've done it on your own accord, you get reward for this. So just because something becomes habitual, doesn't become less in reward. And obviously, initially you put the effort in to make it habitual. It wasn't habitual at the beginning. The first time you went for Zuhr Salah, maybe when you were young, your dad took you, or when you're older, you started performing Salah, you have to go out of your way, balance your routine, change it, and it becomes a habit. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you even if these actions become a normal part of your habit.